Hey guys, welcome to reality. I seem to be missing somebody.
Who's
Singing in the background. But,
Oh my goodness gracious, darling.
hi.
Just gotta
Oh,
take the
wow.
stage. I was in the area.
Welcome, Kalitha.
Yes, hello. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What a feast.
Oh man.
So I was in the area.
Yeah.
Is this Callie's?
Oh, it's Callie's. All right. Well, cheers.
Yes, that's very refreshing.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
anyways, I was in the parking lot. Don't ask me why. I was just here. And I was in the parking lot walking, and Callie was doing something, and I just said, you know what? It's my turn to be on stage.
absolutely.
And so here I am, Jessica.
I'm so excited to have you.
She might be in the trunk, but
She might be in the trunk.
she might be. I don't know.
Napping.
Something like that. I mean, she might be awake. I don't know. I didn't really do much to make sure she stayed in the trunk.
Yeah.
I just put her in there, but that's okay. But yes, Jessica, I had to come. You see, I had to come, and first of all, you said I was going to be on a stage, and here I am. And then I just had to be here because someone went to one of my favorite cities of all time, and that happens to be London.
Oh,
I mean,
that's me.
years and years and years of just, I mean,
How many
killings.
times? How many times did you ride the tube?
Oh, listen, I don't do peasant things. I don't do any public transportation at all. Normally, I am in London via helicopter or private jet
You
or
take a helicopter to, well,
in a private car. I mean, I don't understand. What is the tube?
the
What does that do? I just heard
It
it's
is
public
the-
transportation and underground, and that sounds like nothing.
It's the public transit system underneath the city.
Yes, I don't understand that. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm so rich. It's hard to understand. It's hard to understand people less than me.
Yeah.
It's hard, but that's okay. So what else did you do other than the tube? Did you stay down there the whole time? Was it dark?
It was dark, and actually there was a lot of glitter because we were there to see Taylor Swift.
Oh my
But-
goodness gracious, Taylor Swift. You know, her dad and I go way back. I tried to marry him once, but that woman, that other
You
wife.
could actually be Taylor Swift's mom.
Well, I don't think
tried.
she was gonna like me afterwards. Let me tell you, it wouldn't last long. But yeah, she was such a gem. But I couldn't get in that one.
Okay, so anyway, we weren't only there. Obviously, like we made a trip out of it. Taylor was like the third day that we were there. So we stopped and went to the Black Dog. Now you have me like talking like Kalitha, and I don't mean to.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
That's just how we talk.
So we went to the Black Dog on the first night we were there, and it's a bar that she mentions on her new Tortured Poets album, which I am dressed for. But Daddy, I love him.
Yes, but did she kill him afterwards?
No. She did not.
Just socially.
Just social.
Anyways. It's so you don't go to jail. You gotta start small when you have to kill someone. You know, start with a reputation. That's a good start. And Matt Healy too. Oh my goodness, 2-in-1. Who would have thought of 2-in-1? That's as good as me.
So anyway, in doing so, we went and they've been packed since April 19th because that's when the album came out. And because of that, and I feel like they might have been ready for it. No pun intended. But when she released the Black Dog vinyl, they were probably sitting there going, "Oh shit." So we went, we got beers just to say that we got beer from the Black Dog, and like Sarah got a hat. I actually ended up ordering a sweatshirt online because I didn't have it there. But anyway, so we walk out and we end up running into Brian, this guy named Brian, who happened to be the writer for USA Today, like the one that was assigned to follow around Taylor Swift.
I try to stay away from those people. They want too much information out of me.
Oh,
But
they got a lot of information out of us.
when you're an innocent, it is okay.
I was wearing my Tortured Poets jacket that Joy Schaefer here helped me rewrite some,
Oh, Joy, you're such a joy.
and sew my fringe back on.
Now listen. So you go to the black dog, lazy dog, the
Black
dog.
dog.
It seems fitting for the man it was written after.
Yeah.
It seems fitting. I would expect him to hang out there. But let me just say, dogs like to hang out with dogs. Am I right?
Yeah.
But let me just say, so after you did that, you were in the USA article, right? USA Today.
Yes.
And what did you say to the press?
Well, I showed them all of my tattoos. There's quite a few Taylor tattoos. Me and the girls all got Taylor tattoos right before we left for London. And so we showed them that, and somehow I managed to become main character. Don't know how that happened, but
You don't know how that happened while we're talking on stage with a podcast. Interesting observation.
Yeah, well,
I just became famous and rich. I don't know how it happened.
I don't know how it happened. So the next day, we got up really early, and we decided to head down to Wembley Park.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
I can't tell that story. It's fine. Continue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
It might get me in trouble.
we went down to Wembley Park because they had rented out like the O2 arena next door,
Nice.
so that they could just sell all the Taylor merch.
Listen, that place looked very large, and I was like,
very
wow,
big. And
how
then there
much does she have?
There was a lot. There was a lot.
Like it was
I bought it all
like a
of it.
Spirit Halloween. You know how those go up real quick and then just come down? It was a
Yes.
Taylor Swift Spirit Halloween store.
I hope she hears that.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if there's just an aisle in Spirit Halloween.
Of just Taylor.
Yes, it's just all Taylor.
Honestly,
Yes.
it's not going to surprise me this
The
year.
beads
All
and
her
everything.
costumes are all on
I mean, listen,
all on Sheen.
I just think she's doing wonders. She's doing wonders for herself, that is for sure. Anyways, continue. You went to the Taylor Spirit Halloween Swift.
So we got all of our stuff, and then we dropped our stuff back off at the hotel, and then we went to, what did we do that night? We went to the Taylor Swift Songbook Trail at the Victoria and Alberta Museum.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was cool because this museum was like gigantic, and they had like Taylor displays all throughout. So you had to actually go through the entire museum to see all of the Taylor exhibits.
So did you see other museum stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, fantastic.
I actually saw where the origin of the yard drink came from.
Funny about that story. I was there actually because I said I need a large drink, but the people I were talking to were stupid peasants.
Oh.
Stupid. So they thought I said a yard drink. I don't know what the museum told you, but that's history. That's real. The museum lies. Yes, museums lie all the time. I have way too many stories in my back pocket to know. We'll get there. But Jack the Ripper. Come on.
So I did Jack the Ripper that night.
Oh,
yes.
that's perfect timing.
Yes.
I have a story about this. Okay, so
You guys go way back. You and Jack the Ripper go way back.
who do you think? I'll get to the story.
Tell us who he is.
Jessica, I'm surprised you haven't figured it out by now. But they might think it's
She
a
is Jack the Ripper.
woman. They think it might be a woman because people didn't think women could do that. I'm just saying, I can't listen, I go to Lake Havasu all the time to reminisce. I go, oh my God, that's where Sally was. Oh, I found her. And that's also the time in my life, which is very dark. I don't kill women anymore, just men. Watch out. There's one or two there. Oh, yes. Was that Gary? It looks like Gary. Hello, Gary.
It's Uncle Gary and Auntie Nat.
Hello, how are you? We're here. Sorry, I was distracted by Jack the Ripper, but yes, they thought it was a woman for a while, and then I was just like, it's a man, I'm a woman, I can't do anything, I'm dumb. And they believed it. Here we are. Free as a bird.
Free as a bird.
I mean, listen, It's okay. Like I said, it's only men now. So anyways, Jack the Ripper, they told you a story about how they thought it was a man, and blah, 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 blah. Tell me, what do they think it is now?
Oh, they still think it's you.
Are you sure?
No. But
Yeah, I think there'd be a documentary.
the funny thing is like one of my, it was a cool tour, but it was also like anticlimactic because they're like, yeah, Jack the Ripper killed somebody there, but there's a building there now. And it's like, okay.
Then my plan worked, baby. Then my plans have worked. What are they gonna do? Build it, undo it? Like, come on now.
One of my favorite regulars from VIX, her name is Lindsay. She actually lived in London for a year. And she told me that she lived right around the corner from a Jack the Ripper crime scene. Oh, and I was like, when I tell you, that would be my biggest flex. So I would throw the baddest Halloween parties. So while I was on the tour, I kept looking around for where Lindsay might have lived. I was like, where did Lindsay live?
Did you find it?
No.
Oh, wait.
I should have asked beforehand, but she just was like, yeah, it's around the corner from. So I was looking around for it, and then we went right to bed after that tour because we had an 11-hour bus tour.
That's right, you saw Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Funny story about that.
A bunch of rocks in a field.
Listen, back in the times, we didn't have technology, so I put up some rocks. What's the wrong with that? Now they're sitting there and they think it's some aliens. I mean, I just put the rocks up. That's all I did. It was like a smoke signal. Actually, it was a smoke signal. There we go.
I still think it was aliens. So
I just told you the story.
Okay. Sorry, Kalitha. I'm so sorry. You were there when they were built, so
Yes.
I keep forgetting.
They were built for me.
So then we went to Windsor Castle. Yep.
I've been there too. I told you I love London. Anyways, continue with the
Windsor
castle.
We went to Rome. We went to Bath.
Oh yes.
I could have partied all night in Bath. I could have just been like, just leave me here. It's fine.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And then how was the show?
Oh my gosh. It was the most. Well, right now we're looking for Eras Tour tickets to go a third time because we just can't get enough. We had we had hospitality seats. We had padded seats.
Oh.
We had a view of the entire stage.
Oh.
We had extra bars. Like we were close to all the bars, so we could just get drinks the whole time. It was awesome. And then they had they took some of like the men's rooms and turned them into women's restrooms because it was 95% women.
Well, it's a Taylor Swift concert, so they were prepared.
It was awesome. They had like people cleaning them like every couple minutes. So
And
like
they
it
were
was just I was like, I just want to live here at Wembley Stadium.
Now, what was your surprise song?
My surprise song was Dear John, London Boy,
Fitting.
and Beautiful, Tragic. Antoinette, what's that song? Beautiful, Tragic. I don't remember. I can't remember the name of that song because it was from like the Fearless album, I think. But it was very there was like 2 lines of it, and then she went back into London Boy.
Okay. Well, okay, I see. Well, I know that you also saw Paramore. That was very fantastic. But Taylor, I mean, so which one was better, Vegas or was the new one better?
The new one was better.
And that is that
Because it had
because
the
of Tortured
Tortured
Poets.
Yes.
I see. Now,
And also she has more of a confidence level since she got with Travis, so she's just like shaking her booty like she's like, it was just a great time.
she's gonna get some later.
Basically, yeah.
I see. That's so fantastic. Look, Jessica, I know that
We also got a new bodysuit, so that was cool.
Oh, yes. Now, I know that I have mentioned this before, but did you see any of King Henry VIII?
Oh, Slick Willie.
I mean, listen, Jessica, don't insult my boyfriend.
When I was in high school, my history teacher referred to only 2 people as Slick Willie, and one of them was Bill Clinton, and the other was true story. The other was King Henry VIII, and I never forgot King Henry VIII. They still thinks
Listen,
Coach Graham.
It was a very odd time. You know,
It was weird, like even in Windsor Castle, seeing pictures of him, and even in Buckingham Palace, and I'm just like, this is weird.
No, listen, it's weird when you realize he walked those halls too, but let me tell you.
You know what's really creepy?
What?
Is that King Charles painting. With all the red behind him. It's terrifying.
Listen, when I
It
was
is
talking
terrifying.
to him too, you know, I like to keep it in the family sometimes. You just have to keep it in the family. So when I was first with King Henry VIII, I convinced him, I said, you need a son, and it's clearly these women's fault.
Yeah.
Clearly it's these women's fault. Listen, I do better now, I only kill men. But, so, you know, I was there, and he was like, give me a son, and I was like, you want me to have children?
Kalitha doesn't have children. Because that means she has to share the money.
I mean, and take care of them, and feed them, and see them, and talk to them, and there's just many things. I would hire a nanny, of course, but I mean, you might as well. And then if you do an adoption, especially if it's illegal, you normally have to pay somebody for it. I just couldn't keep up with it. So I told the man no. I said, no, I am not going to have a child with you, especially a son, because you're going to get all weird. And it turns out it doesn't even matter because I'm not royalty. I am just a god. So that was hard for him to take. The ego was too big. So then coming to the ego, King Charles now. I mean, imagine. Imagine. I mean,
it's weird seeing him and his side piece just all over the place.
And you would think he would choose a better side piece.
You would think.
I mean, look at this beauty. This class,
he could have had all this. King Charles could have had all of this.
But that means I would probably have to be in that portrait with the red.
Ugh, it's terrifying.
Oh God, could you imagine having to be with that man?
I feel like it was inspired by you, Kalitha. All the death of all the men that you've killed, allegedly.
It's all their blood, actually. It turns out I've been saving for a long time. Just a little here and there. You know, I just thought it was fitting.
Okay.
But anyways, anything else happened in London that was so fantastic?
We went to Camden Market, and I wanted so badly to give their bartenders a lesson in bartending.
They like the beer. They like beer.
They kind of freak out a little bit if you don't order like an Aperol Spritz or a Guinness. They kind of just lose their mind.
I don't know what to do with myself.
And then what did we? Oh, we went to the Tower of London. Oh, we took an Uber boat on the.
An Uber boat. What is an Uber?
So instead of taking the tube, we got on a boat. On the Tyne River, and then we went under London Bridge. And the tower in London, or the tower,
you know,
the Tower Bridge.
You know, Jim Bob is going to have so much fun taking you to the real London Bridge and Lake Havasu. Oh my goodness, he's got everyone out there. He's got the boats and the lakes and the people. It's going to be so much fun, let me tell you. And I can show you the real spots.
Oh, where the bodies are buried?
No buried. Just.
I
did that there.
Okay.
There it is.
So yeah. And then we did some more shopping. Some of us did more shopping than others. It wasn't me, Sarah. And then
she likes jewelry. I get it.
We were actually trying to figure out how much money she spent, and it was way more than Crystal and Andrew.
Listen, she likes jewelry. I don't blame her. I got this, and I got
lots of jewelry. I got these, but I got them from Crystal.
You know, I did steal this off of Callie's neck. Is this thing right here?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah. I got that. I got that for
Callie.
Callie. I got that for Callie. It's the skyline of London.
Yes, I'm going to wear it now. I think it looks better on me, and I think it just seems fitting. But yes, Jessica, what is there anything else about London we need to talk about?
Well, every good trip has some juicy drama.
Can we talk about that drama?
Do you want to talk about the drama? No, okay.
I don't want to get in trouble by anyone. This is an odd thing for me to say.
We don't need anybody down bad crying in a bar. Okay.
They already did.
Womp womp.
All right. Well, I'm going to probably get that lady out of the trunk.
Okay.
You know what's funny? A real short story. The last time I put somebody in a trunk, they blamed Casey Anthony.
Oh. That girl cannot stay out of bars.
which is how I found her. But zing, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by, Kalitha.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ooh, Callie, good to have you back. Oh.
Man, let me tell you, that was wild. I don't even know. I was in the trunk. I hope my hair doesn't look too bad. I mean, I was in the trunk this whole time. You didn't hear me screaming at all. Just chit-chatting up with Kalitha.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she told you too. I bet she did. I bet she was like, I put Callie in the trunk. No one came.
No one went looking. I'm so sorry.
Listen, it's okay. She has this mesmerizing thing about her. I keep talking like her. It's hard. Oh my goodness, Jessica. Anyway, sorry I missed the whole entire London thing. Got out of the trunk finally. You know I had the keys in my pocket the whole time.
You could have just gotten out.
Damn. Anyways.
So while you were gone, there's actually a lot going on in Vegas right now.
Yeah, there is. Holy moly. Where do we start?
I went and saw Rob Staley last week.
Oh.
Yeah, I never missed his show. He was a lot of fun. He's at Gillies every 2 months. It was like every 3, but now it's every 2. He'll be back for NFR. And he's he's actually my favorite country band that we get at Gillies, or they get at Gillies. So, yeah, and he was Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, and it was kind of a weird crowd on Friday. I mean, I got out of work, in general, I got out of work at 9:30. No, not even 9:30, it was like 9. So I went home,
really
changed,
good
and
time.
went right there. So,
I mean, and how was it?
it was great. I love Rob's voice, and I love everybody in that band. They had a substitute drummer, but so their keyboard player's name is Gordon Pyle. His sister is Missy Pyle, or Melissa Pyle from 50 First Dates.
Oh,
She
how
was
funny.
So she's in a whole bunch of other stuff too. I think she was in an episode of Law & Order SVU,
Okay.
playing a concerned parent.
Okay.
So, and it was so funny because when Gordon got added to the band, Rob kept coming and going, Jess, his sister. Do you think she's gonna come tonight? I'm like, I don't know. Ask him. I don't know.
I'm not his sister.
And then, of course, Matt and Jordan. Now, Rob's had different bands over the last decade that I've known him, but his music is really great. I mean, he it's covers, but he likes to throw in originals every now and then.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting back there with sitting at my favorite table with my little lighter and just drinking and just enjoying.
Where were you? Gillies is fun, but where were you sitting? Were you by the bowl?
I was literally by the door, right when you walk in.
Oh, right there. Okay, that's a good
Yeah, right
spot.
by the stage.
That's a good spot.
Because I make faces at them.
I get that. Well,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
And when you were leaving, did you see Cartzilla?
Oh no, I love Cart. Oh my gosh, I have seen Cartzilla twice now.
I've seen it once when I was going to the Stratosphere, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that immediately.
No,
this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
2 days in a row, I was leaving work, and there it was, and I was like, it's out in the wild.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, there's this gigantic shopping cart that seats 15 maybe? Maybe 15, and it just drives around the strip.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a big shopping cart.
I
It's
think
ridiculous.
I think it's fairly new.
It is.
Because if you go to the Instagram page, they just
Yeah.
it's brand new. But I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, because we saw it randomly on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I think you sent it to me or I sent it to you. One of us saw it, and we were like, we absolutely have to. Absolutely have to. And I guess a bus got stuck because it comes down through over by Harrah's, over by Kobo and stuff, but over Harrah's, where their valet drop off or whatnot is, and they weren't allowed to get through last night because a bus got stuck or something or other, and that's But that's why I started filming. I was like, oh my god. But I told them that we would be definitely making a reservation. But I kept saying, I was like, I feel like that's is it offensive to homeless people? I mean, imagine all the cans they could put in there. That's That's why
So build yourself a little home.
that's why I'm here, not on the Jimmy Kimmel stage.
Listen, same baby. No, I don't know. I just, it looks like a lot of fun. Jim and Bob might make an appearance.
Oh man, I hope Jim Bob makes an appearance.
Him and his gator are doing really good.
Him and the gator.
Mm-hmm. It's got a leash and everything now. It hisses at the bad people.
Oh.
Anyway, the Cartonzilla is a lot of fun, but
there's a lot of things that are like closing.
I know. It's kind of alarming.
It's
Vegas is
weird.
closing down at a scary rate.
No,
Like things that I thought were secure
yeah,
are like, no.
It's so funny because during our Vegas madness, we do like an in memoriam kind of thing, like they do at the Oscars, and it's like this, like to Sarah McLachlan and all the things, all the bars and all the places we've lost, and now we're like, okay, just making a list of everything that closed, and every time something's closing, we're like, do the list. Do the list, it goes. And
it might need its own video.
It might need its own video. It's a lot.
You know, I got some funny jokes about I shouldn't joke about that, but I got a couple jokes for when that time comes. But no, I don't know. I mean, it's just so, it's kind of crazy. The Garden's closing down.
The Garden.
I
That was
never
a
thought.
huge shocker.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
I mean,
but think.
From what we behind the scenes know, it wasn't necessarily a shocker, but also a shocker.
I think it was a shocker because their rival has been so shady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, their rival has been shady. Their rival also did not get a cleared health clearing. Like, they got a C rating recently.
Did you know that Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips?
Yeah, I did. There's a lot of C ratings right now on the strip.
But Gordon Ramsay was in town for the UFC fight of the Spear, so I'm sure he went in and just.
I was like, what's going on?
I would have loved to have been a fly on that wall.
Listen, could you imagine if Gordon Ramsay has to do his 24-hour kitchen nightmares on his own property? It's not clean.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but yeah. So everything is closing at an alarming rate. Well, even like I said, like Queen and the Garden were at it back and forth, lawsuits and everything. And then it's like, especially with the shady business practices, I would have not. I especially with their brunch and everything that's been going on, they've seemed pretty successful. But
Right.
I don't know. It's just kind of crazy as another one bites the dust, and it's like, and then. I don't know. For me, it just goes, okay, well, what does this... I think Vegas would be a great town for drag, you would think.
Yeah.
But it can't... For some reason, it just doesn't stick here.
Mm-mm.
Like, there is not a drag show I can think of that has been super duper successful, other than like RuPaul's show.
Right.
That's a show. That's not like a drag show. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very different
Well, there are
style.
so many drag options, really. Like, because you have like the drag brunch at Senior Frogs.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, so there's a few.
There's a couple of them, but I'm gonna be honest, like gay community wise, that's
Did Hamburger Mary's close?
They're still open.
They're still open?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because I just looked at their tickets.
What was the other one? Free Zone.
Free Zone closed, and then
Like a lot of the Fruit Loop closed, right?
yeah.
I mean, I think there's.
But I
one
think
that Phoenix
Piranha
is still there.
reopened.
Piranha, yeah.
Yeah, Piranha reopened. I don't know, dude. It's just so confusing. I don't understand why it's not doing too well. But I don't know. I never.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not reading their books or doing their books.
Yeah. And did you know that here in this on the well, probably the other
Probably
stage.
it's probably over there.
That's
It's probably gonna be over there.
Yeah. David Nichol has a boy band remix. Oh my goodness.
It was actually in the first one. Oh, you didn't go to that one, did you? I think you were pregnant.
I was probably very pregnant.
You were very pregnant.
Damn.
But,
Damn that baby.
I went and partied with like Mark Messina and Sandy Knights, and we just sang our NSYNC hearts out.
That's so funny.
And
listen, it's gonna be good. Oh damn.
Listen, Brittany and I back like on Mondays, Brittany and I work the main bar together, and All or Nothing came on.
Watch out, y'all. That's our song.
Yeah. P.S. Trev, I want to do-over. Okay. All right. Throwing that out there.
Hey, Trevor, can I get a request too? No.
Just know that I'm actually going to marry you. That's it. No. So it was so funny because, listen, manifesting. I've manifested everything else. Why not that? Since I was like 14. Anyway, so Britt and I were behind the bar last night, just cause I want it all, and just like people, like our bar guests, were like laughing, and we're like, let's tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story about O-Town and Trevor.
Yeah.
While we sing the song together.
Can
you imagine?
We did the dance to Bye 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 to behind the bar.
You want to cringe your little heart out? Oh, this is going to be so good. I've been saving this story for Jessica.
Oh.
Saving it. So my nephew Bradley likes Deadpool. And Bradley goes, hey, Mom, can I listen to the Bye 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 song from Deadpool? She missed it. Bradley said, can I listen to the Bye Bye Bye
song from Deadpool?
From Deadpool? Yeah. Not in sync.
Oh, from Deadpool.
So I said, son, listen here, son. I watched those NSYNC boys perform on stage, their little dance. I watched that, Bradley. Yes. Mom needs to go back into the home now. Oh. I felt so old.
It's okay. One can confirm that they are not getting back together.
Well, isn't...
No. I asked.
Did they announce it?
No.
Oh, they did the song.
They have 2 songs.
Well, JT's on probation. So...
No, but it was so funny because it actually wasn't even me that
ruined the world tour.
It was Trev's friends, and he was like, aren't you friends with those guys? And he's like, no, I'm friends with Chris. He doesn't tell me anything. Like, he just is like, no. And I'm like, oh. So no NSYNC, but that's fine. And I was like, but Dan always says he wants to be part of it. So why don't you just take him when Pop 2K is on tour, just...
Yeah, because that's what people want to see.
By the way, speaking of boy bands.
They love NSYNC. But yeah, let's replace Justin.
Thank you so much for coming. 98 Degrees is back on tour.
I saw that too.
Did you see what I wrote?
No.
So on Instagram, they, posted their tour dates.
Yeah.
And I go, Jeff, do we need to have this conversation again?
I wonder why they haven't been on the Pop 2K tour.
They have their own tour. But I was like, last year when they announced their tour, I was like, Jeff, you freaking live here, dude. Where's the Vegas date? And he had checked in on me or whatever. We were talking for a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You're going on tour, blah blah. He's like, yeah, you doing okay? I'm like, yeah. And then they announced the tour, and I'm like, Jeff, why, bro? Why are you you live here? Why is there no Vegas date? And he didn't. And then he didn't respond, and I was like, well, whatever. And then they did have a Vegas date. And then I go,
is it in June?
That was
the last one.
No, it was at the Silver Knights Arena.
Oh.
The last one was. So I go, oh shit, this message didn't age well. And it was like if I had just waited a couple of days,
That's funny.
instead of like just coming at him right off the gate. And he's like, oh, I didn't see this. Yeah, we're coming.
It's funny.
We got it.
You know what's really funny? Nick Lachey did the Halsey song without me.
Oh yeah.
On his guitar and kind of made a fool out of himself. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, the man made a fool of himself. That was weird. But yeah, no, I don't know. The whole thing, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see Nick Lachey because I feel like Nick Lachey is gonna be like the drama king of the Central. You're gonna see it on stage. Everyone's gonna be so irritated by him.
I don't know. I had really good seats, and it was funny because you can't take me anywhere, right? Auntie Nat's back there laughing. Gary's like, that's the truth. Well, so I'm sitting there, just screaming my little elder millennial heart out, and I look over, behind me is Michelle Rothstein, who's John B. Domenico's wife.
I remember this.
And you're like, I was like, what are you doing here? And oh my God, it was so funny. And then every time, and she was sitting the whole time, and every time Jeff was on our side of the stage, she'd get up and start waving and dancing, and I'm like, it's dark, he doesn't see you. Because trust me, I've been trying all night. I just texted him later, hey buddy, good show.
I was there. No, it's funny because I remember one time when we went to a show, a certain somebody was looking for us in the crowd, mostly you. But he went,
What show was that? Oh,
yeah, you were like, when he was doing his little dancing dance, it was kind of funny. He looks like a crackhead. Who's the one that was supposed to be outside but then had to go inside?
which O-Town show was that?
Well, she just gave that away. The one at the pubs. I mean, there's so many shows here at Composer's Room.
Yep.
You guys got to go on the website. Oh, that was gross. Let me do that again. Composersroom.com. Yeah, what did you drink today? I had a cranberry vodka.
With a splash of soda.
Splash soda.
Yeah, gotta do it. I actually, okay, so Sandy Nice was texting me and asking me, because I posted a picture of my cocktail and I was like, this is inspired by Sandy Nights, who just performed here a couple days ago.
That's right, she did.
She did. She made her Composer's Room debut.
That's right.
Well, no, because she was here one other time, but she was part of another show or whatnot.
Yeah,
but
this was like her.
yeah. So she started getting green tea shots as cocktails.
That's what we were saying last week.
And her and I went to Carnival Court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
That's what you're saying. You guys fucked it up.
yeah,
You had a good time.
I got to see Spandex Nation without their wigs on.
Isn't it funny how we were talking about them, and then you're like, "No, I can't get rid of them." You're like, I don't know who plays with them. Oh shit, now I do.
Yep. There goes that mystery. It's one of those things where you want to know, but then once you find out, you're like, damn it. Why? How did I know? Okay. But they're fun.
They are fun. If you're into 80s and like not only nostalgia, but like funny 80s costumes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just don't go as a female by yourself.
Ew, why? Do they do 80s things to you?
No. Oh, I just like I was there for somebody.
Oh, you're talking about Fremont.
And I was on. They were on the Main Street stage, but I got to see where like O-Town and Blake Lewis and everybody like hung out. I was like, oh, there's couches and a refrigerator. There's like a vanity with really nice lights, so they could get ready. And I'm like, oh,
wow.
I was like literally in there because I had to get saved. I needed saving because one guy wouldn't leave me alone. So then I ended up back there, and I was such a nerd because the whole time I was like, this is where O-Town was.
Oh my god.
This is where Blake Lewis was. This is where O-Town was. This is where
Kirk Kirkpatrick was stood.
This is where Chris Kirkpatrick was. Yeah, the whole time. I was like, but it was it was in April, but I'm like, this is where they were.
It was funny. Well, I think it's funny just because it's like, the thing you did learn though, sorry, this is what I was trying to mention. The thing you did learn was where do you park and go to the Sand Dollar to get a drink?
This is a very important, very, 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 very important piece of information.
Like, we just learned this.
Yes, this is the best piece of information. If you are going to Fremont Street, we always park like at the El Cortez, or it's like what, $10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I park at like the downtown Grand.
Yeah.
This time I parked at the Plaza for the very first time since the Main Street stage was right there.
Yeah.
If you go to Sand Dollar downtown and grab a drink, it's got to be before they close.
Yo, yeah.
But I think they close at like 2.
Yeah.
So if you go to the Sand Dollar, you grab a drink from the Sand Dollar, they validate your parking. So you don't have to pay for parking. So like girl math, but you're still buying a drink. So you're still
I was going to
spending
drink
money.
that drink anyways.
Yeah.
Like that
We
drink
probably
was
would have
going
just
to
gone
be
to Sand
consumed.
Dollar anyway. You know,
Exactly. And Sand Dollar was fun. That's where I got to see Corey Feldman.
Yeah. You know what? It was like we walked in and I was like, Corey Feldman was here. Kelly was here partying at a. I feel like it's so funny because I feel like that's your Sand Dollar and the original one is my Sand Dollar.
It is kind of funny because, and the only reason why that one's my Sand Dollar is because Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my God, Corey, you were awful.
But it's a cool little venue. So they are gonna have like bands and stuff coming up. I think for like Life is Beautiful, they're doing something different for Life is Beautiful. So they're have like a thing or
And
whatnot.
they have the neon thing coming up too. The
Yeah.
neon
So
festival, I think. I don't know who's playing in it. But.
no idea. Couldn't tell you.
No.
Yeah. Oh, and then I found this other thing out too about Circa.
Oh,
Yeah.
which is?
So if you're going to the Circa pool, you know, during the week, if you aren't staying there, it's a $25 admission. But if you go and you say you're there to play blackjack, then they just let you in. They have to let you in.
Is it because it's gambling?
Yeah.
Oh. So if you don't gamble, do you get in trouble?
They don't know. How are they gonna know?
I don't know. Huh. Let's try it.
We should try it.
And I might gamble.
Yeah.
I might do it anyway.
I know. I just found all these like random pieces of information.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of, I didn't know the plaza thing because like that's going to save all the money. Sand Dollar is not expensive.
No.
Like, honestly, I'm getting a beer at the Sand Dollar and that's as much as I would spend on parking.
Right.
And I would rather have a third beer, fourth beer, whatever.
Right.
So there you go. Wow, the more you know. Now watch, they're going to take it all away.
I know. Just like they did.
These bitches.
Just like they did with the steak and eggs special at the Village Pub at Ellis Island.
Yeah, people are mad about that.
It's not $9.99 anymore. It's definitely $15.
Yeah, that's all
Whoops.
right. Wow.
I blame Vegas Starfish for that.
Yeah.
That was her fault.
Well, and like knowing how influencers work, she probably recorded that video and then posted it like 2 months later.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Yeah.
oh well. All right,
Wow.
guys. Well, that's our show.
Dang. Where's Kalitha? Well, I want to thank Kalitha for making an appearance.
Yeah, I'd like to really thank her for the trunk incident again.
I'm sorry I didn't come looking for you, but she had me at knife point.
You know, there's video of this. I don't know if that's real. You know, I'm gonna edit this. Especially when I mess up people's names.
There's gonna be I'm gonna see like a little like knife show up in the background.
It's like a little cartoon knife.
Cartoon knife.
Just come back down. Listen, I don't know how good at editing I am, but it might happen. I don't know. I
Yeah.
gotta watch the video. That'd be here.
So thank you everybody for coming. We had Brett show up. Yay! Brett used to protect us at Cardinal Court. Yay!
Yay!
Auntie Nat made an appearance. Yay! Of course, Uncle Gary's here too. So, all right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.